All right. Boy, you know, I don't know if I said it in video. I think I might have. I said that OmniClown would break Mortal Kombat 1, right? Not that it needs much effort. You know, we are literally at the straw that'll break the camel's backstage with this game. You know what I mean? This is, now, what I find extraordinarily interesting, right? This is over on a channel called Zung Long VN. It's so interesting how that even the low level people, like beginner levels, Combat League, whether at first season, second season, it's interesting how these people are able to pull off without very little effort these massive 20 hit plus strings, causing these massive amounts of damage. Not to mention, and this is the important part, these combos are identical. Every player, every match. Every time they use a certain character, it's the same damn combo. Every time. Right? I think that, yeah, there are people out there who are talented, maybe. But I remember back in the day when we used to, you know, have to memorize the brutalities. You know, the brutality before they butchered it into whatever this crap is now. The brutalities that came out in Trilogy were this, like, 20, 25 plus, you know, damaging combo that you had to, like, that was done, right? And you didn't have to do every hit, but you had to remember at least, what was Scorpion's one? Scorpion was always the one I remembered, right? It was, I think it was high punch, I think it was high punch, low punch, block, high kick, low kick, run or something. I can't remember. I'd have to check. Right? It was a, you know, like it was a lot, right? It was a lot more than the standard memory for a combo that we would do, okay? And now, you have people just out of nowhere being able to do these combos perfectly. Not dropping a hit or making a mistake, perfectly. Like 100% perfectly. And not just that, the second telling thing is the fact that they do these insanely massive combos perfectly. The same combo with whatever character it is, especially OmniClown. But also, it's always the same cameo. Right? And this dude's adding Shujinko in this last part, but he's leading with Kung Lao. Every single person I fought online though, thus far, ever since OmniClown dropped, guess what? Kung Lao, right? Kung Lao has replaced Cyrax. This is why I said a long time ago that cameos would break this game. Cameos are broken, right? It is just a hodgepodge. It's like giving a whole bunch of people, right, high-end drugs, lock them in a room with a bunch of like foam sticks and telling them to behave themselves. They're not going to behave themselves. They're just going to go stupid, right? People are going to get robbed. There's going to be some like Jedi lightsaber stuff happening in there. Everyone's going to get beat to shit. That's why I said rubber one, like, you know, foam ones or whatever, right? Gotta be, you know, I don't want to advocate for something a little bit more painful than that. Ultimately, it's going to be a shit show. This game is a clown show, right? This is the whole tent, okay? We already paid our admission. Now we're just going to sit back and watch the stupidity. And OmniClown, with the speed, right? The fact that he's got a tracking stomp, the fact that he can, like, evade attacks. The longer the game goes on, the worse that these combos get. Not just for him, but for every character. And as I've stated many times before, cameos essentially soft reset the combo, right? The other problem too with this game is the fact that a lot of this stuff doesn't even use the meter. You know that yellow thing down the bottom that every idiot out there preserves for that one chance that they can break the combo? That is so sad, it's pathetic. That's why I always enhance my moves when I see fit. Because it's boring. What is the point in having 3 bars just sitting there doing absolutely nothing for the entire match? The purpose of them being there is to enhance your moves because they increase damage. Although it's when you went back to MK9, enhanced moves actually not only did more damage, but they also visually looked far more impressive, which was pretty cool. Now they just basically add armor, right? And of course, OmniClown has, you know, he's got like a stomp move. So even if you do, like for example, I play Reiko, so I do like his armored move where he slides forward on his knees to grab. He can just 2-hit through it, just like we got with the Baraka stuff, just like you get with the Johnny Cage stuff, or the Liu Kang, or the Raiden. Like, this game is so broke, it's hilarious. You know, I get online, I don't use my cameo, right? I like the challenge of proving to myself that I can test and beat this broken system with these broken characters. I could be sitting there spamming Serena's things because she's the only character I give a crap about. I don't care about the cameo systems at all. But Omni-Man is so broken. And it's not the fact that he's actually broken. It's the fact that they have just given extra tools to a character in an already broken system. So every character's broken, right? We still don't have any sort of good counter-offensive to being held in the air. What do? What happens when they've already caught you? If you do not have bars to break the combo, for whatever reason, you cannot get out of massive 400 plus damage combos. There's nothing you can do. Even in the versus, you know, the Marvel or X-Men versus Capcom games, at least you had like air blocking, right? Other games you got like parry moves. You know, for anyone that sits there and goes, "Oh, 1-bar breakers would break the game." Listen, and I know this is very difficult, but I think it's time for you to give up the keyboard. All right, just hand it back to your parents. Go to bed. All right. Soul Calibur 6 allows you to parry every single attack that is thrown at you. Doesn't matter whether it's horizontal, vertical, right? You can parry every attack, right? It's amazing. It all comes down to timing. Amazing game, right? You can combo break in Killer Instinct with no restrictions, just as long as you get the right string to break, but you can still break them. And the Killer Instinct combos never make it feel like it does in this game, right? Now, you'll have people like you do in all walks of the fighting game community that will come out with like, "Oh, you used to be able to do these gigantic combos back in the day." Yeah, probably against an NPC, and you were the exception to the rule. This is the rule now. That is why I have a massive issue with it. If you want to keep your little, you know, little fairy combos so you can try and look good for your girlfriend, you know, even though she's walking out the door because you're an absolute gigantic pussy for thinking that this sort of gameplay is actually going to get you laid. Where are the defensive measures? Right? Where is the counterbalance to this system? I used to teach and train in martial arts. You do not learn one side of the equation. You've got to know both. You have to know how to defend yourself. You have to know how to counter stuff. You have to know how to attack. You have got to have the complete system to make it work. This game has one of maybe 3 of the systems. Oh, you got a block button? You got up block? Okay, up block. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. It's gay. Up block is gay. It's super gay. Just like Sonic Fox says, right? It's like having 2 assholes. Completely pointless. The fucking thing is useless. In fact, half the time when I use up block, it freezes me in place. I'm like, Oh, wonderful. Hang on, I'm blocking here, and then I go up block. Oh, that's great. What does that do? Yay. It's stupid. It really is. It's the dumbest mechanic. Just give us a combo breaker. Like a proper one, right? Not 2 bars now. Now that I think about it, the more and more that this game goes on, the more and more I am absolutely 100% convinced that this game should have 1 bar combo breakers. Every single ranked match, and even casuals that I play to a degree, none of them enhance their moves, unless to maybe the last round, right? 99% of the time, because everyone's trying to be a pro hard, that they hang on to the 3 bars. Because that's what the pros do. Yeah, the pros, right? So you get very boring, very one-dimensional gameplay, where everyone, their only goal is to memorize or put into a cheat device like a Cronus Max or Cronus Zen or whatever they're called, right? Which is not a PC thing. That's a console thing as well. If you think that this stuff can't be done on console, you know, you are out of your mind. This device can plug into anything, and it's been around for a long time. There is no way that people that play these games within hours are able to get online and do not only these massive string combos, but do them identical with the same cameo. Identical. Not dropping a single hit ever. You know what's sad when I watch videos like this? I look at it and I go, you know what, how do I know this dude is actually doing it? How do we know that he hasn't copy and pasted these moves into one of these devices, recorded the video, so that way he gets the views and the subs and blah 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 and the recognition? I'm not saying he is. What I'm saying though is that this is a massive problem. Now my son was asking me earlier, is there any anti-cheat in Mortal Kombat 1? I don't think there is. But these devices, as if you go read up on the website, are actually designed to avoid cheating software. And not only that, there are tutorials out there, YouTube channels and whatnot, that actually teach you how to play the game initially and then activate your 1-button massive 400 damage combo, so that way the game or anyone watching doesn't think you're actually cheating. Throw some stars as Reiko, do the slide, do a couple of these small combos, and then after a little bit, off your pop. It is so deceptive, and I have played many matches where I've beaten the guy the first round, and it feels like they're almost like don't know what they're doing. It's really bizarre, right? Second round, it's like somebody handed their controller to like Superman, and instantly they are just wiping the floor, doing these massive half health damaging combos, and I'm just sitting there going, okay, this is really strange. Like, this is really bizarre, right? You play enough online, you start to notice and pick up these things, right? 1-bar combo breakers all the way. I don't give a shit anymore. You can cry and bitch and moan all you like. As some of you keep saying to me, isn't that a skill issue? You know, get good, bro. Why would a 1-bar combo breaker fear you if you are so good at this wonderful game? But yeah, OmniClown is breaking the game. You know, tracking Shiva Stomp, the ability to avoid projectiles, the speed that he zips around the screen, and the fact that like he's doing these, what was that one? 24 hit plus, you know, 24 hits and the massive amount, like over 400 damage. You know, you have no way to break the combo because you're being held in the air. You know, and people go, oh, well, just don't use your bar. Don't use your energy bar. Oh, okay, so what's the point of having that at all? What's the point? It's tied to the full release of a cameo and 3 bars. What's the point? It's a useless mechanic. There are absolutely no defensive options in this game because Ed Boon and his pet Sonic Hoax thought that, oh, this is the game that everyone wants because this is what the pro players want. They want high damage ceiling combos, juggle combos. What about defense? No. They got a block button, that'll do. Nah, it's not enough anymore, bro. It's not. The highs and lows that happen and stuff like that. Nah. But anyway, catch you next time.